The 1960s, a decade marked by a fierce rivalry that would change the trajectory of the automobile industry forever. It was a time when Ford, an American giant, decided to venture into the thrilling world of racing. The corporation, already renowned for their robust and reliable cars, yearned for something more: the thrill of speed, the roar of engines, the glory of victory. Ferrari, an Italian legend, was the epitome of this racing spirit. Ford eyed Ferrari as the perfect opportunity to make their mark in the racing world. They recognized the potential of combining their mass production capabilities with Ferrari's racing pedigree. It was a business proposal that promised mutual benefits. Ford would get their desired entry into racing, and Ferrari would receive the financial backing they needed. And so, with high hopes and a lucrative offer, Ford approached Ferrari, completely unaware of the storm that was brewing. Little did Ford know, Ferrari had other plans. As negotiations were ongoing, Enzo Ferrari, the proud Italian motor racing driver and entrepreneur, was playing a high-stakes game of chess. He used Ford's offer as leverage, a pawn to secure a more favorable deal with Fiat. This allowed him to retain ownership of the crown jewel, his racing team, Scuderia Ferrari. But the shock didn't end there. Ferrari, in a move as audacious as the roar of his engines, threw an insult at Ford. It was a verbal punch that sent shockwaves through the entire company. He dismissed Ford as incapable of understanding the art of car racing, a craft that he, Enzo Ferrari, had mastered. This insult, this blatant disregard was not just directed at the man Henry Ford II, but at the entire legacy of the Ford Motor Company. The insult was a slap in the face for Ford, sparking a fire that would fuel their determination to compete. In the face of humiliation, Ford decided to fight fire with fire. A challenge was thrown down, and Ford, stung by Ferrari's insult, was ready to take it up. The battleground? Le Mans, the prestigious 24-hour race that Ferrari had dominated for years. Ford knew they needed to bring in the big guns. Enter Carroll Shelby, owner of Shelby American and a retired driver who had tasted victory at Le Mans in 1959. His experience, combined with his drive and passion for racing, made him the perfect choice to lead Ford's charge against Ferrari. Shelby's first move? Enlisting Ken Miles, a hot-tempered British racing driver and mechanical engineer. Miles was not just a driver, he was a man who understood cars, their strengths and weaknesses, and how to push them to their absolute limits. Their determination was palpable, their resolve unshakable. They were prepared to go to any lengths to win, to prove Ford's superiority on the world stage. With Shelby and Miles on board, Ford was ready to take on Ferrari on their own turf. The Ford versus Ferrari rivalry was more than just a competition, it was a revolution. This clash of titans was not only about horsepower and speed, but it was also a testament to the power of innovation, determination, and sheer will to win. This battle in the 60s pushed the boundaries of what was possible in automotive design and performance. It was a time when two companies, worlds apart, were driven by the same goal: to be the best. What they achieved was more than a trophy at Le Mans. They turned the wheels of progress, pushing the automotive industry into an era of unprecedented growth and innovation. The legacy of this rivalry lives on today. It has shaped the way we look at cars, the way we build them, and the way we race them. It has inspired generations of engineers, designers, and drivers to dream big and push harder. The rivalry between Ford and Ferrari in the 60s wasn't just about winning a race. It was about proving a point, pushing the limits, and indeed, they changed the automotive world forever.